Welcome back to Cord Cutting today, where we break down some of the biggest stories happening in the world of cord cutting from the past 24 hours. Today, including YouTube TV adding 3 new channels and a new feature. We'll tell you which ones and what was added. Paramount is putting up some of its assets for sale reportedly, including some local television stations. BET's apparently back on the sale, its studio, and more. And then next story up, Redbox is maybe in some trouble. They've reportedly not paid their employees recently and canceled their health insurance. These stories and a whole lot more coming up in a quick minute. First though, before I get into all the other stories and break these ones down, I'll put a link to each story in the show notes and in the first pinned comment, so you can read them for yourself and come up with your own opinions. I'd love to hear from you. Second, if you're new here, do me a big favor. Let YouTube know you enjoy what we do here by hitting that subscribe button, hitting that thumbs up. It really does help us, as it lets YouTube know you enjoy what we do here. So hopefully we can help you break free from the high cost of television and still find the shows you enjoy. With that said, let's dive into it. YouTube TV has added 3 new channels. These include 2 free ad-supported channels with AMC Thrillers and Portlandia IFC, both owned by AMC. And then in the sports add-on, the Overtime channel is now available in the Sports Plus add-on. Now, this add-on gives you additional sports channels like NFL Red Zone with that. So pretty nice little addition there with that. But the big update here is the ability to mark shows as watched in your library. So if you started a show, didn't quite finish it, don't intend to go back, you can now mark it as watched, and YouTube TV would stop recommending it to you so you don't keep getting those notifications. You should go watch it. Now, for now, this is only available on desktop and mobile apps, not available on smart televisions like Fire TVs and Rokus. I hope that comes. Some readers said they've had this for a few weeks now, but officially YouTube has started put pop-ups recently and permanently announcing it to everybody. You can find a link to the steps and how to do it down in the show notes. In our story, we have a step-by-step guide on how to do it. Helps address one of the big complaints of YouTube TV is that some content you may have already seen, and YouTube kept recommending, hey, you have a minute 15 left in this show. Don't you want to finish it? When you ended it, when the episode ended, you don't want to watch the commercials, you don't want to watch the credits, for example. So it's really nice to see them put that additional update there. But YouTube TV, 3 new channels and a new feature. Yes, 2 of them are just ad-supported. They join a growing number of streaming services who are doing that. All right, Paramount is reportedly considering selling some of its TV stations, BET, and its large studio. According to a report from Deadline, there are its co-CEOs. There's 3 people who are currently in the company right now. During a town hall, announced that they've hired some bankers to look at selling off some assets. They've been trying to sell BET for a while, but have reportedly not been able to reach a price point that meets what they're looking for. And because of that, they have not accepted any of that or any of the offers. But now they're maybe trying again. Maybe they're willing to accept less. They're also reportedly looking at selling 13 of its non-CBS affiliate stations. They own a group of 13 independent or other TV stations that aren't CBS branded. They don't carry the network content. Reportedly, some of those are up for sale, and its large studio, its backlot, is up for sale. It's expected that could bring in $2 billion by selling it. They're hoping to sell that classic studio, rinse it right back with maybe the option to buy it back in the future when their business improves. Not an unusual thing for these large buildings to have happen, but it would be a quick way for them to get a few $1 billion to help the company grow and develop in this world of streaming. None of this is a done deal. Hiring bankers, I should say, to come and analyze potential sale of all this doesn't even mean you'll actually go through with it. It's very common for businesses to hire bankers to say, hey, we got a lot of things happening here. We may want to just get rid of some of it so we can focus on these other areas. The bankers come and do the reports and say, we think you'll get about this, and we think there's some buyers interested, and if we do this, that, and the other thing, we could sell this. And then the businesses decide, hey, I like that. Or maybe, you know what, after running the numbers, we don't think that's a good deal. We'll maybe sell that, but not this, for example. So keep that all in mind. Just because they're looking into it does not mean they'll necessarily sell. All right, Redbox is continuing to struggle. Recently, we learned they laid off all their board of directors except one. They also reportedly failed to make a payment to NBC Universal for money they owe them for content rights. of $4 million and owe them in total $16.7 million. There's some other contractors who are suing them for unpaid services. Well, now, according to a new report from Deadline, the company has failed to pay its employees that they were due to be paid last week Friday. At the time of this recording, apparently they still have not been paid. I'm recording this the night before I publish. And since mid-May, the company has canceled their health insurance and not approving any more insurance claims. Also, bonuses and 401k matches have also been suspended since the end of 2023. Not a good sign for this. Now, a bunch of things happening here. Chicken Soup for the Soul is the parent company behind Redbox. They also own Crackle, Chicken Soup for the Soul, obviously, and more. They bought Redbox a few years ago, took on a massive amount of debt in the deal, and now they're facing a few things. Fewer people renting DVDs. Let's be honest. We all talk about how we love DVDs, but then we don't really rent them. Second, a big part of their business is relying on, I'm kind of shocked, I must have lost internet because I'm hardwired in. A big part of their business is that they rely on ads for Redbox's ad streaming service, and then they also do that for Crackle's service, Chicken Soup for the Soul, and I think they own a fourth streaming service. Sorry about that. I'm not sure what happened there. We must have lost internet in the building. I hate how they do that. Roku doesn't do that, but Fire TV does. Because of that, they faced increased competition. There's a lot of other free streaming services. Plus, they have faced the fact that they're getting less money from their ads. Turn into Redbox is a digital store to buy movies and television. I'll be interested to see what percentage they have versus the bigger ones like Amazon and Apple selling theirs. Put all that together and you got a recipe for tough financial situations. We'll see if they pull all this. For now, reportedly the CEO is looking into options on how to move forward. Leave me a comment, let me know what you think. I'd love to know what your predictions are on the future Redbox. Will they pull out? Will they not? Let me know. Alright, Pluto TV will be adding 7 new channels and a ton of on-demand movies. This includes a 24/7 Big Brother channel, Big Brother Quad View, and Big Brother Camera. So new season to be able to watch Big Brother there. Classic movie westerns, Nash Bridges, The Wild Wild West, and more. If you want to check out the full list of new channels and descriptions of them, check out the post. We also have a list of a ton of movies coming to it. There's quite the list here, including Clue, Forrest Gump, Footloose, a 1984 version, and others. If you want to see a full list of everything coming to Pluto TV, check out that. Now this is everything announced. Pluto TV has a habit, let me say it again, Pluto TV has a habit of releasing live channels and other stuff that they did previously announce in their What's New Coming. Check out the link in the show notes to find out more. Hey, if you're using Comcast Flexbox, first of all, why? Leave me a comment like, why do you use a Flexbox over a Roku or Fire TV? But Fubo has launched on it. Now this is an interesting move. There's been very few live TV services on this because they want you to use Comcast, but this does give a way for Comcast customers and their Flex boxes, the Xumo Play and Xumo TV boxes, Xumo Stream, and Xumo TV boxes. Xumo Play is the streaming service. Yes, the naming is confusing. Has now added Fubo to the app to their lineup. So if you're a Comcast cable box customer, you can also subscribe to Fubo. They do have a special deal right now for Comcast customers. And then you can access Bally Sports that way. Now, Bally Sports' own app is now available on the Flex. So unfortunately, you can't just subscribe directly there. But Comcast dropped Bally Sports over a month ago, leaving many people without the ability to watch their sports. I had to go help my grandma try to teach her how to use a Roku, her in her late 80s, so that she could watch her Detroit Tigers. It's very important to her. Big, big fan. So with this, though, it'll be now built in and they can access it there, which is kind of interesting. I wonder if this is a permanent deal. It'd be interesting if they get Bally Sports back and then they suddenly kick out Fubo. It's probably a red flag, anti-competitive, maybe? I don't know. I'm no lawyer. Somebody a lawyer? What would you make of that? All right, let's keep moving. Comcast teams up with SpaceX Starlink to offer internet service. Comcast will now be able to offer business internet in rural areas outside its network to its customers. Now, what's nice about this is a lot of companies, especially manufacturing, for example, you have a big manufacturing plant in a big town. You may have smaller plants doing specialized work or different things all over the country. Or maybe you got roaming work crews. Well, now they can bundle Starlink into it. So your main office may be on Comcast's Xfinity Business, but your smaller locations or your mobile units may be using Starlink if it's outside their territory, for example. This is a huge step for Starlink as it's going to be facing competition from Amazon very soon here next year, who's going to launch a similar high-speed wireless internet service. Check that out. All right, if you're a Fire TV, Chrome, Windows, Fire tablet customer, you can turn your system, your Fire TV, into a gaming system with the Luna controller for $39.99. Now with this, you also get a free month of service if you want to get access to their streaming catalog of games, which includes a lot of older and newer games on here. Over 100 games available. You get or 1,000, I think it said actually. Let me go back up to that. There you go. No, 100. I read it right the first time. 100 games included in that subscription. You can try out for a month for free. Decide if you want to pay for it. Link in the show notes down below if you want to check it out. But if you've ever thought about turning your Fire TV into a gaming system, you can do that with that. Last story up. Disney must face a class action lawsuit arguing that it's using ESPN to drive up the cost of television in a monopolistic kind of way. Now, this goes back quite a few years when Disney pulled its ESPN and other channels from YouTube TV for a little bit. YouTube TV eventually re-added it, but then raised the price of YouTube TV. A group of YouTube TV subscribers sued, saying that Disney is using their monopoly control over sports with ESPN's dominance to drive up the cost of television. Now, the judge has ruled that Disney must face this lawsuit, but they put some caveats on it. The people suing cannot finance from this. They can force Disney to make changes and adhere to certain rules in the lawsuit, but Disney will not be forced to pay potential damages to YouTube and other TV subscribers. YouTube TV to be exact, not general YouTube. But with this, the lawsuit is going to progress forward, and Disney will have to defend that they're not a monopoly with sports. So it'll be very interesting to see how this happens. We'll be watching this case very closely because I think it'll have a huge impact in the world of cord cutting. Hey, I answered a bunch of questions in the comments. I'm actually about to go take my kids to get ice cream. It's a beautiful day here. I hope it's nice there. If you have a question for me, start off with like a question for Luke in the comments. Sometimes I answer them there. Sometimes I answer them here. I'd love to hear from you. I hope you all have a fantastic day. I know the 4th of July is next week. If you're gone, be safe in your travel. Huge thank you. July is wrapping up here very quickly, or June is, as we get ready for July. Cord Cutters News has had one of our best months in some time. This last week has been excellent. I've been very, very pleased, especially considering it's June, a traditionally slow period in the world of news. Not a lot of big new TV shows launching, for example, and the like. Thank you for your support. We're seeing very high, great traffic, and we really appreciate it. We hope you have a fantastic day. We hope you have a fantastic 4th if I don't see you. I'll be here Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday next week. Take care, be safe. I'll talk to you all again on Monday.